Hello and welcome to my channel and to part 2 of my Moroccan tea party series. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my ideas for creating a Moroccan oasis right in my backyard, complete with canopy tent, elegant and colorful table settings, and decor, and of course, a lot of pillows to sit on. If you want to see how my Moroccan canopy and tablescapes are going to be put together, stay tuned. The first thing that I'll tackle is the placement of my table. I have thrifted this comforter that I'll be using as my rug. On top of that, I'll be setting a low table, made from a tabletop I created using a 4x8 piece of plywood. I had originally used these ottomans as support for the table, so I'm trying them out. Okay, so as you can see, the ottoman that I have planned was not gonna work. It doesn't have enough support. And I had a second ottoman, but for some reason that was a different height. Besides, the bigger ottoman, I found that it was a little too high for what I wanted. So it was gonna feel more like this, kind of sitting, well, kind of like that. And I'd rather go lower, kind of really low vibe. So this is what I'm gonna do. I happen to have a lot of, lumber right now because my husband repaired the fence and we repaired my little trellis kind of a focal point over there. So I have a lot of things I could use. And this is gonna be like a center pedestal for that top. I'm not attaching anything, it doesn't have to be permanent. It's just so that it stays stable enough. So I know that the table is basically a 4x8 because that's what it was. It was a 4x8 piece of plywood. So I know from a little bit of what I've been told by an architect that usually when you cantilever things, it's good to be a 2/3. So you want to support 2/3 and 1/3 cantilever. So if we do the math, get the 8 feet long, divided by 3 is 32 inches, right? So you multiply that by 2, 64. So we have at least 64 of support, and then the rest will kind of overhang freely. I'm gonna do super basic construction. I'm just gonna make basically like a very simple kind of frame out of the 2x4s that I have. I also have some fencing board that I could use, but I think I'm not gonna need it. So basically that, and also then the legs are just gonna be 2x4s coming down, like super basic, kind of getting more basic on that. So I think I have enough of these, and again, that's good to leave them long enough. That way, if I want to use them for something in the future, I don't have a bunch of cut up wood. So let's get to it. Okay, so I got 2 32s and 2 64s. So construction wise, it couldn't be any easier. I'm gonna do them on this dimension because that's stronger than if I did them like that. Okay, so I'm gonna make a frame and then I'm gonna attach legs to it. Again, cannot get any easier than that. Okay, it turns out my long screws, my favorite screws, are not long enough. That's very important, right? See, it barely makes it over. You see that? So I have these other ones that are 2.5. They're not my favorite screws because they have this special start tip that is a little tricky sometimes to stay put. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get away with no pre-drilling. This doesn't say no pre-drilling, so that's the reason I don't like them. But let's give it a try. See, this should be plenty. Okay, so the frame is complete. Now I'm just gonna put 4 legs out of the same material. So I just need to figure out that my top height is 12 inches. That's kind of what I did for that's how much that little ottoman was, 12 inches. So I'm just gonna cut 12-inch legs out of this thing, and then I'm just gonna attach them like that, kind of like a, right on the corners there, like that. So that should be pretty easy. Yeah, I could attach it like that. It doesn't have to be pretty, just very fun. Okay, I rechecked again, and I think I'm gonna do, because you gotta kind of take into consideration cushions. So I kind of figure with 2 pillows, let's do 16, because I want to be able, for your arms to be kind of right angles, so you don't have to go like this, or like this, So this is about right. I'm doing mine because that's what I have to go with. So I put 2 pillows, 2 of these little pillows you know, in case someone wants to put 2 pillows on. It's about 16, so let's do 16. Better to go a little higher than too low, and then it's harder to add on, so let's do 16. Once I get one, I measure the other ones off. In case, you know, exactly 16. Just a more precise way. Okay, so legs on, I clamp them and then screw them in. Okay, got the base on. I think it's heavy now. I think it's gonna move. No, it's not an easy move, so I'm not gonna attach it. It's just sitting there. So, the next thing is to figure out my canopy. I want to start setting up the table just yet, but I'll do that probably at some point before, so that I can make sure everything works and take a picture. Anyway, so let's start with the canopy. Again, I've had it for a long time, and I keep using it and reusing it. And it's a rectangle, so have some are shorter, some are longer, so now I just have to identify which are where and how they're going to fit. Because the shape of the patio, I've always thought that I'm probably going to end up with the kind of a trapezoid. It's kind of what I always envisioned. And the good thing about these things, if you need longer, you can, you know, attach a little cover and attach more, and they're easy to cut and all that. So that's part I'm trying to figure out now. Let's start with the vertical poles. I found the 4 that are the same height. This is the height of the canopy, and then these are the bases that I made a long time ago. So let's start with that. Okay, so for each of the corners, I have one of these. So I'm gonna attach those now, and then the top tubes go in there, just like finger toys. Okay, the copper structure is on. We have to finagle with it to get it center where I wanted it. And the next step is going to be to actually have pots in each of the corners, except for the rosemary bush, which was a new one. But you get kind of the picture. I think I'm not going to need to cut anything or make any trapezoids at this point. It looks like it's going to work out. So there you have it. Okay, I'm beginning my run of the decor to make sure it all works together. The first thing I've done is I've had these pots before, and actually had to make a hole in the bottom. You'll see me making the hole in the bottom. Actually, my husband helped me out, and I had to empty them out because I had all kinds of weights on it. But anyway, my whole point was for them to be able to be slid through my little contraption here. So that it gives a little stability, because again, these things are super light. So we want to make sure that they, you know, they're stable and people don't bump into them. So, and then for the third one in the back, I had this pot, and I'll probably fill it with something. I haven't decided yet. Something that looks a little nicer. And for the fourth leg, I had to put it behind the rosemary bush. So I think I'll just put some weights on it to keep it kind of level. So now we can get to the real fun part, which is figuring out my pillow situation and my table decor. So because I need to know if I have enough stuff, I need to get anything else. I may not need to get anything else, but you never know. So let's get to it. First thing I gotta do also before I fill it in with my weights is, you see how it's a little on the bottom is wobbly, but that's because it's sitting on a flange. If you remember my setup, it has like a blooming flange on the bottom. So I'm gonna need to level that bottom with some little river rocks or something. There you go. That helped it better get up more stable, and then with the weights that I'm putting here, that should help. And what do I use for weights? You say, well, I happen to have, this is all the stuff that was in there that I put years ago to weigh down. So I'm just gonna put some of that. I'm gonna do all of it, but I'm gonna do some. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the draping, because it's always good to start from top to bottom. But first thing is to figure out what I have and how it may or may not work outside. I've never done it outside. So this is kind of my pile. the ends to the corners with some fishing line. Okay, now I'm going to attach the corner, the panels to the corner, and I'm going to use these tassels that I had. Okay, I just did a very quick one because the wind was trying to blow everything away. I'll have to fix them when everything else is in place, but actually just that little bit creates a nice shade in here. Unfortunately, I get shade kind of early, so I might be okay. We're still not at the time of but that's what it looks like so far. Now I have a lot more layers to add to this. Okay, I'm going to start with this panels of this sheet of fabric that I have. I have 4 of them, and I think what I'm going to do is throw them through the top from one end to the other, and they'll drape partly here, partly in the middle. So that's the next step. Okay, slight change of plans. I decided to add this one because it's super long, and that's what I'm having it right now. It's draped. I have 2 of these long panels, so I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And don't worry about the gaps. A lot of that's going to get covered up. I have more stuff coming. But yeah, that's what I have so far. See, I'm going to start putting this one over. Okay, that's what I got so far. I had that one panel. It was super long, so I was able to do front and side. And then the other one I did the side. I had to finagle around the tree, of course. Now I'm gonna probably add I have some more white to cover my poles here on each corner, and then I'm gonna do the color. So it's still lots of layers to go. But this is 4 o'clock, which is the time of the party, so it's great to see that there's not really harsh sun here at this time. Great. Okay, I got this beautiful sari that I think I'm gonna see if I can put it from the front to the back, showcasing this kind of at the entrance of the the old canopy area. Let's see if that works. Let me show you how this one's looking. I draped it like that, and I took it all the way back to my trellis. So it droops a little lower than the other ones, and it goes all the way over there. And I think I have one more pink one that I want to put in the front. I don't know that I'll use everything, but if not here, I'm sure I'll use it somewhere else. I'm tying them up with this little, what do I call this? Eye bags that I've had from a long time ago. This is a combo of 2 different things. So I'll try to tie them at the same height. And you can also fiddle with, with this and blouseing it a bit, or, camouflage the copper. In the front, I don't have 4 of these, but these are the ones on the front. And I'm sure I'll be fussing with this 50 times before the party, but I wanted these to be kind of more the first impression ones, and the other ones are kind of in the back, because I don't have enough of each. Okay, so it's time to try my several options for tablecloth. I've forgotten that this actually was the one I was going to use for tablecloth, and it could either be on the white side, or the black side or the ivory side. I'll probably lean towards the black. And the nice thing is that I have all this leftovers, and I'm going to use that for covering some cushions. So that's option number 1. This is option number 2. This is the duvet cover to the comforter. That's a match. I thought it might be too matchy. Let me know what you guys think. I kind of would like something different. It's actually a really good size for it, as a tablecloth. It almost covers the whole thing. It's a little long on the sides though. It's gonna be an issue also. Okay, well, let's try option number 3. Okay, this is option number 3. It's really pretty. It's like a big runner. The only thing is I am worried about laying dishes and all the embroidery and all that. Make them lumpy. So I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a close second. I think I'm gonna go with the first thought. I think it's half and half black and white, so I think I'm gonna cut it right with the color changes. It makes it really easy for me to cut. And then, like I said, the rest of this I'll use for cushions. And I'm gonna use some hemming tape to kind of finish this edge. Okay, I started kind of doing a mock-up of the table. It's still early, but I wanted to kind of see how all the elements are gonna work together. And these are the things that I thrifted that I mentioned before in my plan with me video. I still have to put candles and things like that, but I just used some of my silk flowers and I kind of did it around. I really like the way that looks. The plate setting is just going to be that. I still have to redo my plates and my gold plates. I don't like the way they came out. And I'm still working on what's going to go here, my rectangular trays, which are coming up soon. I've had those blue glasses for a while. I don't think I have enough, so I'm going to combine them with these other ones you see here. And of course I also have tea glasses, which those will be kept with the tea. So this is the canopy table, should we call it. And then this is the one for people who are willing to sit down on the floor. And then I'm going to do another table for more like in the covered patio for people who want to sit down. But at least I want to give you the update of what it's looking. I was able to find these at Walmart, $1.48 I think, and those I've had from Dollar Tree forever. So again, trying to use what I have, but I got this at a thrift store for $7.50. I already showed you the sari that I cut in half, and I still have to figure out the cushions that are gonna go here. I have a ton of cushions, so those are coming soon, but at least this is what it's looking like so far. Okay, so now it's time to figure out my other table. This is the one where people can actually sit, which is just across from that one. So I have two options for tablecloth. Let's try them both out. This is option number one, which is the duvet, which corresponds to the comforter that's on the floor over there. So it's pretty long actually. So let me know what you guys think. That's option one. Okay, this is the second option. I went ahead and layered it on top just to see if that would even work since it is so see-through. Not too sure I love it. Let's try without the other one underneath. Not sure it's gonna work. It's really long and rectangular. My table's round. I might save that one for my buffet over there. So I think I'm gonna go with the first one for now. And see if I change my mind later. Okay, so this is the other table. I put all the stuff that's thrifted in borrowed. We borrow things, we thrifted things. And I'm gonna need more blue plates from Dollar Tree. And right now I'm set for 13. I usually have, I think, 12 RSVP, so I guess I have the option of maybe doing 13. Just want to make sure I have 13. And I have, these are actual Moroccan tea glasses. How many do I have? I have 6. But I have something else that could kind of double for that. So yeah, so it's coming together. And then the day of the party, this is the hand washing. So it's gonna be water and roses floating and a little bit of rose oil, which I still have to find. So yeah, it's getting there, And then of course, after I've done all my mock-up, I'm gonna have to take a lot of it down since we can't leave it here exposed to the elements and all the critters. But at least I want to leave it a day or two so I can finish it and take pictures and so forth. Continuing my test run here, I've gathered some of the things that I have around the house that may also help to kind of I have a ton of pillows, some things that I've had in the past that I use sometimes for decorating the corners. I may or may not use any of this. We'll see. We gotta play with it. So let me show you what I have now on my setup so far. Now I know what else I need to get. I decided to take those bricks that were in the middle because they were kind of clashing with my pot in the back, and I put them here on the side together with some of this kind of pampas grass that I had somewhere else. I covered up some little pillows that I had with those pillow covers. Those are actually from my guest bed upstairs, you know, which of course they're only going to be there for the party. So yeah, so we have the glasses are going to be probably a combination of those two. The napkins are going to be a combination of those two. Yep, and then I'm probably going to put some candles in those candle holders. And that's what's going on. And I think what I'm gonna do, because I did notice that I have a body pillow that kind of worked out pretty good as a bottom cushion. And see, those are just regular pillows, which I think if I get another body pillow cover, I could probably cover it. And if I get them all white, that'd be great. So I'm gonna be on the hunt for 2 pillow covers, body pillow covers, and that should, between that and what I have over there, that should take care of it. So yeah, and like I said, those boards, they're coming up soon. I got the tile on, and I'm about to put on the little legs, and I'm gluing right now the handles. And then for the back here, I want it to look lush and green. So what I'm gonna do is, you see the pots, right? First of all, I'm gonna spray paint that one black so it all matches with the other, sort of disappears. And I'm gonna get 2 palm trees, and then I also want to get some actual live plants, because I've had these fake ones for a long time, mostly because I used to have live plants, but the cats keep eating them. So I went with fake, and those are kind of tired looking. So I'm gonna get real plants, and then after the party, I'll have real plants back inside. So that's on the lookout. So we look out for the final look. We'll have that. Yeah, see, you could barely see the blanket underneath, which is fine. And I had extra pillows from upstairs that kind of match the vibe. So that's that one. Let me show you the other table, which is not quite finished either, but at least I can show you what I got going so far. So again, as you can see, I'm missing some plates. Unfortunately, apparently, they don't have those blue plates at Dollar Tree anymore. I went looking, dang. I'll probably get a candle for that, of course, some votives. And I'm gonna have to be in the hunt for some more blue plates, the plain ones. And I might get, I'm not 100% the number of people I'm gonna have, but I might need, these are easy to get, these are from Walmart. So I might need to get one more of those. So that's where I am now. I still have to also do my little food table, which right now I'm not gonna show you because it's a mess. And I have other things that I'm gonna put around. Oh, I'm gonna have those lanterns, but I want to put them a little lower. I'm going to hang them with some fishing line. So anyway, lots accomplished, but still lots to do and lots to figure out. And of course, then I have to take all this down, so because I can't leave it out. So for another 2 weeks, but at least now I have a good idea of what's going to be. Okay, there you go. That's my planning video for my Moroccan tea party coming up soon.